Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carole Baskin from Big Cat Rescue. And man, it's been a while since I've done a big cat briefing. So, going back in the news a little bit, this picture of this mother carrying her cub must be her first time around. It says wildlife photographer Tappan Sheth's pic of a lioness carrying her cub in an unconventional way will leave you fascinated. I don't know how they do that without biting their little paws off. Tiger King star Jeff Lowe and his wife Lauren arrested for drunk driving 2 weeks after their zoo was raided by the feds. Yeah, raided by the feds because we were showing that those animals were starving. USDA bust white tiger operation in Kaufman found doing illegal shows. This is dated June the 8th, and I'm really glad that they did this, but we have been on their case to do this since, I'm thinking like 2007, 2009, I forget now, but Marcus Cook lost his license a really long time ago, and then we pointed out to the USDA that he was using the license of somebody else, a guy named Todd, and then that guy lost his license, and so now they're just using the name of that license, but no real license, and apparently his girlfriend out there still showing these tigers in contravention to the law. And I'm really glad that the law is finally doing something about it. That place needs to be shut down and those animals sent to a legitimate sanctuary where they won't be bred anymore for life in cages. There's a sad report from Reuters about a lioness dying from COVID-19 in an Indian zoo. And then in Jharkhand, all 21 felines in Ranchi Zoo undergo COVID-19 tests post Tiger Shiva's death. The feds cite local flea market tiger exhibitor after a tip. Tiger King loses stripes in Nevada, Oklahoma, and Texas. That was a state bill that banned touching big cats. Yeah. So the bill was supposed to originally also ban the ownership of them, and it got watered down at the last minute because that's what always happens. The bad guys come in, they raise a big fuss, and then they are pandered to by lawmakers. And I have no idea why, because clearly nobody should have tigers in their backyard. But at least they can't touch them anymore in Nevada, and that's the primary reason that people breed them for life in prison in the first place. There's a story here about cheetahs. The world's fastest cat is returning to India. And because of all of what we just read about, India closes all tiger reserves after COVID outbreaks in zoos because they don't want that killing the tigers in the wild. Which is why we need to be seeing cats in the wild through remote-controlled cameras, not through visiting. Park City Police informed of a mountain lion in the area of the trailhead. This one I loved. Behind snow leopards' repopulation on Chinese plateau are economic transition and changed local lives. It's a mom and her baby snow leopard. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. Big cat owner confirms death of lion cub born in HH. Big cat owner Mark Drysdale contacted Bancroft this week to address rumors regarding the health of the 3 lion cubs recently born in Hastings Highlands. I did a podcast with the S2 show by Stephanie Saunders. You can see that there. It's a video. PETA hails Israel as the first country to ban fur, but major exceptions still remain. Ownership of wild cats could be restricted by proposed federal bill. Yeah, you know what that bill is if you're watching this. It is the Big Cat Public Safety Act. Another one on Israel bans the sale of fur to the fashion industry. First country to do so. That's in the Jerusalem Post. Tiger King's Jeff Lowe wanted in Las Vegas after failing to appear in court. Yeah. He was supposed to show up in court to prove that that he's been staying out of trouble since the last time he was doing court there, which he is not able to do. And apparently his attorney ran out on him. And there was another deadline, Friday. He had a deadline to meet, and it wasn't a hearing, so I haven't heard yet how that went. But if it's the same attorney and he still doesn't have that attorney, then my guess is he didn't do what he was supposed to do there either. This poor little mountain lion cub, it says it was found in South Wisconsin, and it was guarding a kill. Looks like maybe a raccoon that it killed. And it said they caught it and released it back to the wild, but that poor thing looks like it's really struggling. Ownership of wild cats could be, oh, that's the one I just read. The plight of so many animals still moves me to tears, and that's in the Times of India, talking to Virginia McKenna. She played in the movie Born Free and started the Born Free Foundation. G7 nations talk a good game on fighting the illegal wildlife trade, but still aren't getting serious. Finding Fangs, new film exposes illicit trade killing off Bolivia's iconic jaguar. And they're doing that because there aren't any tigers left in China. And so they use jaguar bones and leopard bones and lion bones and teeth and claws to fill that demand. Creasy being lobbied by angry lion and rhino breeders after wildlife report sparks hope. So that wildlife report was Environmental Minister Barbara Creasy's report on the use and protection of South Africa's iconic wildlife was groundbreaking, writes Don Pinnock from Daily Maverick. But is there still political will to turn its recommendations into policy? So it will dive into that. And then I also have a coordinator report from Lauren Buckingham on June the 8th. She says, thanks everyone for another fun Tuesday. Fred started the day with AM meds and supplements. Nisha, Ryan, Susan, Kat, Fred, Megan, Brittany, Barbara took care of feeding. Taylor and Alyssa joined for cleaning. Emma, Megan, and Kat finished food prep before lunch and then worked on finishing Max and Marianne the Bobcats enclosure. The other interns and Fred joined after cleaning. Gilligan was brought into he was brought into the recovery hospital for a few days. Taylor weed-eated and mowed around food prep in most of the hospitals. Megan and Susan took care of the PM sickle cats. Everyone was given some time for operant enrichment. In the afternoon, the interns and Fred worked on 3 sections of Hutch the Serval's enclosure. Erin finished the day with PM meds and supplements. That's all from me, says Lauren Buckingham. And then Stephanie Chaser says, double post from me. Last Wednesday, we had an amazing crew. Day started with Karma and Marie passing out meds and supplements, respectively. Feeding and cleaning was done by Riley, Lisa, Angel, Melissa, Taylor, Kat, Marie, Beth Ann, Fred, and Karma. During cleaning, Kat and Fred did food prep and took the trash out from the party house. Marie and Karma passed out bloodsickles to the bloodsickle cats. After lunch, Lisa, Angel, and the interns, Fred and myself, worked on the wall behind Nikita Lioness, picking up sticks and weed wasting the area. Weed wasting? I think she means weed whacking. Supplements were done by Fred. That's one of those things spell check would not catch. Thank you all for working hard. I know it was hot. This Wednesday was even hotter, if at all possible. Day started with Karma and Marie passing out meds and supplements, respectively. Feeding and cleaning was done by Riley, Emma, Taylor, Kat, Nisha, Karma, Marie, MJ, and myself. Megan took classes and followed a route to get used to the cats and their locations. Welcome aboard to Wednesday's Megan. During cleaning, Diana and Megan worked on food prep. Marie, Diana, and Karma passed out the bloodsickles. After lunch, the interns worked out in the rehab cleaning of Cage 2, and it looks amazing. Thank you guys for knocking that project out of the park, and thank you all who came in. Your hard work and dedication is appreciated and astounding. And on Friday, it was National Sanctuary Animal Caregiver Day, and Deb was so sweet to make sure that all of the volunteers that came in that day got a free lunch and cookies. Yes, that was so sweet. Deb Quimby, thank you very much for that. And then we have some things in our store. If you go to bigcatrescue.biz, we have some things that are on clearance. So one of the shop categories, if you go up here to shop categories, you'll find it. It's called clearance, and this one is especially nice. These pictures just don't do it justice because they're 3D. When you look at them, you can see them in 3D. And we were asking $10 for them, and they're just $5. So these are the kinds of things, man, you're buying them for what we paid for them, and you can stock them up for Christmas and have all of your Christmas shopping done. So if you would go to bigcatrescue.biz and do all your Christmas shopping in June, you'll be set come December. Stay cool, cats. Mwah.